Good evening, everyone. We are back. We had some technical difficulties tonight. We were going to stream at 9:30. Sorry about that. We had to delay a little bit. We had some problems with the camera connecting to the computer. I'm not sure what was going on. We tried a bunch of different cables, and it still seemed to do the same thing. And then I let it sit for a little while and cool down, and it seems to be working just fine. It's been running for at least an hour and a half now. So I've already got a first target put up for us tonight. We'll try and get right into this. The first target is going to be the Leo triplet. It's in the constellation a Leo, of course. It consists of Messier 65, Messier 66, and NGC 3628, which is the Hamburger Galaxy. Yeah, I guess it does quite resemble a hamburger. We'll see that here a little bit. But we're the Hamburger Galaxy is right up in here. It's right here. So let's see here. All right. Let's check out our star chart. Here. It looks like for some reason this thing is not picking up my cursor. Not sure why that's doing that. So, okay. Let's see here. All right. So I already can tell you that I've imaged this object before. We have a couple good pictures on Facebook on Starlite Starbrite Observatory page. We're going to have to go into trigger mode with these because there's just not enough light in 5 seconds, and that's all the live EAA video mode allows us to go up to is 5 seconds. So within that 5 seconds, you can do all the adjustments on the fly. Unfortunately, in trigger mode, if it's not set right, you have to stop the picture imaging and do your adjustments and then start over again. That's where some of the harder to reach astronomy targets start to get a little tedious, maybe a little bit too tedious to sit here and watch. So, okay, well, let's get right to it here. Okay, let's switch to trigger mode here. Oh, there's our cursor. It finally came up. Let's switch to trigger mode. We're going to do 10 seconds, and we're going to just try this out. We're going to leave our gain at 9.44. Let's do one single picture here. And you'll be able to see that bar here at the bottom. That's your 10-second bar. All right. Well, we definitely can see them, that's for sure. Let's try and move this down just a little bit because our Hamburger Galaxy up here on the right-hand side, it looks like it's a little high, and it's probably not going to be imaged the best being on the edge of the sensor like that. So let's change it here to center mode. You can't see this because I don't have this up on the stream, but this is the Gemini. It's like a virtual hand controller for the telescope. And of course, with some mediocre astronomy that I'm bringing you, we are going to click the wrong button quite a few times. All right, let's see here. Let's switch back to video mode and see where we're going here. There we go. All right, I think that should be there more. All right, there we go. Now the Hamburger Galaxy's back. All right, let's take another single here. Pretty warm here tonight. I think the thermostat in here, 84 degrees, nice and balmy. Okay, there we go. There's the Hamburger Galaxy right there. All right. So we can put this in a loop for live astronomy, and it's just going to keep replicating pictures and putting them up on the screen. All right. Okay, so wow. Let's do a white balance here. Let's get this histogram. As you can see, this histogram is a little awkward right now. When you're doing your histogram, you want to get your RGB colors, your red, your blue, and your green. You want to get those lined up on top of each other. So we just go into our white balance and we click white balance, and hopefully it's going to straighten those right out. There we go. Right. Okay. Now that we've got our histogram going, we're going to slide that histogram over, and we're going to see if we can blacken up the sky a little bit. It looks like we've got a little bit of cloud. It doesn't see it right now, but you can see this sort of white wispy part right here. That is a cloud. That's why the histogram is presenting weird. It has these weird jumps in it. Yep, that's a cloud for sure. It's either a cloud or it's still, we're sort of pointing in that direction. It could be some smoke still from the fire over in Globe. So let's just take a look at our telescope here. We'll do the Clyde cam, and there we are. Well, the clouds are unfortunate that we're having this. Yep, they're definitely moving. Alright, let's pull our histogram back, and let's we'll stop this loop right now. Let's head back to video mode. There you go. See here. We actually may. It looks like we actually may. This is starting to head down on the bottom of the horizon. Let's check star chart. So yeah, it's starting to come down here. Right here is where we're at. We were up here earlier when I still wanted to broadcast earlier. We were up over in here. Now we're starting to head down on the horizon here. We may not be able to get this target. Let's see here. Okay. Let's try. Let's try one more trigger mode, and we'll try down at, well, let's do a 7-second single and see if we can't get this. I'm sure that the scope is getting some reflections off the inside of the, yeah, you can see this is getting the inside of the observatory. So, and that's just going to constantly keep changing. All right, let's do one more white balance. We'll do a quick white balance. This in our loop. All right. Let's just try a quick stack on this. I don't think it's going to come out. So this shadow that we're looking at right here, this is actually part of the roof line of the observatory. Oh, but it is the stack's starting to clean it up some. You'll get an idea of what it looks like. We'll have to try again on this one tomorrow night. Hopefully we can get our camera to keep working the way it's supposed to work, and then we can come out here and do our stream without any type of finagling with this thing. We've never really had any problems with our camera. We did used to have a latency problem, but I believe that was part of the USB 3 problem with some of the motherboards we had. They were a little bit older. All right, well, let's zoom in here. Right there's M55 and M5 and M66. And over here is the Hamburger Galaxy. So we're just not going to get a good picture of that. So we'll have to skip that one and do it tomorrow night. There is quite a bit of detail in these when you're not staring at the roof. All right, stop this live stack. All right, we're going to stop that, and we're going to go back to video mode. All right. Get over here to sky chart. Now remember, you can find all kinds of stuff to look at if you go to tonightsky.com. If you want to see what we're looking at, you'll have to put in Arizona's longitude and latitude. You could just look up Phoenix and just get a quick general idea, and then put your time in. Remember, everything in astronomy is military time. So let's do 2200 hours. Okay. All right. Now, I said we were going to do the Ring Nebula. Hopefully we can still see it over here in our sky chart. The Ring Nebula is NGC 6720 or Messier 57. So right up here in sky chart we can do M57, and let's see where that takes us. All right, it looks like it's pretty high up. So get our scope to go there. Now, hopefully all this jostling around with our scope isn't going to give us a disconnect issue on this camera, but it seems to be working quite well right now. All right. There it is. The Ring Nebula. We're already almost right in the center of that. So unfortunately, with the Hyperstar, you don't get that large magnification that you would with the camera on the back side of it with only like a half focal length. So, but hopefully it's going to be clear enough that we can get a good zoom in on it just and see what we can do with this. All right. Let's try a trigger mode on this because this is a pretty far target. Let's see here. Let's do a white balance. We'll check our white balance. All right. Take one single here and let's see how we do. 7 seconds. That's not too big. There it is. Hey. Let's check our histogram. Looks pretty good right there. All right, let's go ahead and put this baby in a loop. So if you were live viewing with this, say you, if you're getting into astronomy or you're curious about owning a telescope, you can see this with a variety of telescopes. But when you look live, your eye can't determine these colors that you're seeing right here. When you look through the scope with your eye through an eyepiece, most things look black and white, and they look sort of like they have some definition to them, especially the Orion Nebula. You can see that, but it doesn't have any color to speak of with your naked eye. So, but the camera can see all these colors. Although a color camera is not as sensitive as a monochrome camera. Usually monochrome cameras are very sensitive and they give great detail. But if you don't want a black and white photo, you have to use what they have like as a color wheel. And you'll have to take multiple pictures in black and white, multiple pictures in red, and then green, and then blue. And then you'll put them in your Photoshop and you'll combine all those colors to get your RGB channels on there, and that's how you get a color picture through a monochrome camera. Quite a tedious process. All right, that's looking pretty good. Let's try and darken this sky up a little bit here. There we go. All right, let's do our stack. We'll do, oh, why is that on 20? Oh, I had to reinstall the software, so we're a little bit askew on some of this stuff. All right, here we go. All right, we're stacking. All right, what's our output here? Oh, 1 frames, 2 frames. Usually by about the 3rd to 5th frame, you really start to get to see some detail in your picture. So it's definitely going to get hot this week. Right now it's not hot in the observatory. It's actually pretty decent in here. Yep, we're going to try and zoom on this as much as we can before it gets pixelated. All right, we are at 11 frames stacked. Boy, there's some great color in that. Boy, that is something else. Let's see how far we can get in. You start to get in too much, just like any computer program, you start to get that pixelation. Yeah, right there it's starting to get a little bit. You can see the pixels on it at 150. That's 150%. So it looks like about 100 is about as high as we're going to be able to get and still be pleasing to the eye. All right, let's take a picture of this. Nice diffraction on the star here. That's beautiful. How's that, Bonnie? Can you see that a little bit better at 100%? That's our wonderful co-host Bonnie. She is inside with all the pups tonight. It was pretty tedious out here. She had enough of me disconnecting and reconnecting all the wires tonight. All right, let's do. We got our picture here. Now remember, all the pictures that we use on our Facebook page have very minimal processing in them. They're all done in this software that you see here on your screen in Malincam Sky. Once in a while, I'll get the GIMP out if I really want to try and get some good detail or some more vivid colors in some of the nebula. You have to be able to layer your images, which is a tedious process, but you can get some amazing pictures that way. But I love this. This is exciting. This is right here and right now. We're not doing any crazy picture processing. This is actually what we're looking at tonight. This is exactly what the scope is seeing. All right, let's do a range on this. Let's see if we can blacken this sky just a little bit more. There we go. Boy, that is beautiful. Wow, that's nice. All right, let's do a quick denoise, and then we're gonna do a adjust. I'm not sure how much of a curve, if we can even do any on this without disturbing the picture. Maybe we can get just a little bit brighter, but it's so bright anyway. There we go. All right. There it is, everybody. The Ring Nebula. That is gorgeous. Wow, look at the colors in that. That's pretty amazing that is out there. And like I said before, if you look up at the sky, you would never know any of this stuff is out there. And this is, let's see if we can get a little background on this. Let's see here. You can see what NASA has to say about this. Let's see here. M57, the Ring Nebula. Of course, they have a Hubble picture, which is amazing. It is a planetary nebula. The glowing remains of a sun-like star. The tiny white dot we see in the center they're saying is the nebula's star's hot core, and it's called a white dwarf. Let's see here, and it is about 2,000 light years away in the constellation of Lyra. It is, well, I guess in some of, in respect to some of the other galaxies, it's really not that far. It's sort of a hop, skip, and a jump. That is gorgeous, though. Wow. That's great. I actually think we are going to save this picture. And we're going to save this picture. Let's see here. Let's put a M57. Oh, we already have one. If I showed you the original picture of how we started the Ring Nebula, we've come quite a long ways. We'll save this as June 6, 21. I like to save all the photos and sometimes go back and look and see how we've progressed as we get more equipment, better equipment, more importantly, learn how to do all these things, because some of this equipment makes me look really good and I'm not. That is gorgeous. Let's see here. Let's see if we can open one of those images here. Now I'm going to show you here the first picture of the Ring Nebula we took, and I believe this was with a phone. Hey Johnny, thanks for liking the stream. We took this with one of our phones. This is when we originally got our LX200 12-inch scope, and we thought this was the bee's knees. Let's see here. Let's open this up. There's our original Ring Nebula picture. So it's not very good, but you can see this is taken at a focal range of f10. So the Ring Nebula actually looks very big compared to the Hyperstar at f2. So as soon as we get our piggyback scope fixed up on the back of this and we get a small guide camera for it, we will be doing some of these nebula and larger, harder to see galaxies. We're going to be doing it at f6 and really get our focal length out there and see if we can't get some more magnified pictures. But that's it. That's how we did it. That was the first picture. That's the first one, and then this is tonight. What an amazing difference. All right. Let's see here. All right, let's get back to our live viewing mode. Stop our stack here. And it'll just keep stacking pictures. As it gets to the 10th frame on this picture and stacks, it will just start dropping off the earlier frames. Stop that. Go back with our histogram. All right. Let's stop that trigger mode and head into video mode. And still in all, this is amazing. So the picture that you saw that I just showed you, that's it. F10 through a 12-inch scope, and then this is a live picture through a camera through a 14-inch scope at f2. All right, let's back on out here. All right, let's head over to Sky Chart. And we're going to hit over here, and I got tonight's sky pulled up. Let's see here. Now there is some more nebulas out tonight. Some of these, I believe, are going to require a filter, and we are not set up for a filter tonight. Hopefully tomorrow night. Now, at this time, there is quite a few nebulas out here. The Dumbbell Nebula is also out. So maybe tomorrow we can put our filter in and then try and get some of these nebula. So let's do our tonight sky, and let's just try some galaxy. All right, let's see what's in. All right, this might be a good one for tonight. Let's see here. This is NGC 4826. NGC 4826. All right, up here in our sky chart. All right, let's see where this is at. There we are. We're pretty high, and this is going to be the Black Eye Galaxy. Not the Black Eyed Peas, the Black Eye. So, tell our telescope to go there. Let's see where we wind up here. As usual, our music is all provided by Eric Medias from soundimage.org. Check him out. If you haven't noticed, we have our alien in the background there. He's making sure that we are doing everything right and to bring you super mediocre entertainment. All right. Well, there it is, right in the center for us. Yeah, Johnny, it's definitely the bee's knees. All right, let's see here. Now, this one also, I know, as I've imaged it before, the video mode just is not going to give us enough exposure time. So let's just jump right into the trigger mode, and we're going to hit, let's do a single picture at 7 seconds. I think it may take more. Oh, there it is. I see it. It's coming alive. Let's see here. Let's up this to 10 seconds. Let's try another one. Try this at 10 seconds, and then we'll check our histogram. All right, it's looking pretty good. So our RGBs are, if you can see here, let's get this up here. You can see that these are a little off. Thanks for the share, Johnny. Oh, and if anybody is watching and you're just tuning in on Twitch or Facebook, and we're also streaming to our Starlite Starbrite Observatory page on YouTube. Make sure you drop that follow, hit that like and the subscribe button, and make sure you're hitting the bells so you get the tone, so you always know when Starlite Starbrite Observatory is live. All right, let's do a quick white balance here. And we're going to put this in our loop. Right, yep, there we go. Whiten that right up. All right, looking pretty good. Let's blacken this sky up. There's usually a lot of wispy material around here. Yes, Dean, we are on Twitch. Unbeknownst to me, and I think a lot of people, it's not only gaming on Twitch, but there is a science and technology part of it too. So on Twitch, we are Starlite Observatory. See if we can't black this sky up a little bit. There we go. Let's see here. Let's zoom, and we're pretty far out. There we go. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I think, you know, Facebook has quite a big audience and it's easy to reach everybody. But I think Twitch, the stream looks a little bit better, and they're just built, obviously, for streaming. The Facebook Live, I think, is more for general purpose stuff. And, you know, if you're looking at the stars, you want the best picture quality you can. And we just started streaming on YouTube, so I'm hoping that when I go back and check the video later, that we're going to have some good quality streaming on there. Also, on YouTube, Starlite Starbrite would love to do some beginner videos and keep them on there for people just trying to start getting into using a telescope. Oh yeah, there's some great streamers on Twitch. All right, maybe just a little bit more. We don't want to run into those colors too much. All right. Let's see if we can't start a stack here. Let's see what's going to happen with this. So run the stack and hopefully get some of this noise out of here. Our gain is usually, when you're at a certain exposure, 10 seconds, 12 seconds, you're not going to have too much play in your gain. There we go. It's starting to make that nice. Boy, that's really starting to look good. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's you know, anybody that's older, obviously, like me, you grew up in the early 70s, and you know, the space exploration was still going on. And I remember as a kid, I couldn't wait to get the Estes rocket catalog in the mail so we could build rockets and fly them and break them. And it was a lot of fun. Definitely no video games. Yes, Bonnie, I think we can try to make it a little bit bigger. We're at 67%. Let's go to 75. It's pretty far away, so we don't want to get too pixelated on it. I think if we go up to 100, it might... Oh, no, it's still looking pretty good at 100%. How's that look? Is that looking okay for you? Boy, that looks great. Seeing is not bad tonight, even with a little bit of the overcast from the smoke still. Hopefully we're going to get a rain. Well, it is monsoon season, but I'm not quite sure when we're ever going to get a rain. But if we can, that's usually the best time to explore the sky, because the rain knocks all that dust down, and it's always dusty here. Okay, where are we at on our frames here? We are at just 11 frames out. So we've completed the first stack. Let's go ahead and I think this looks pretty good. Some of these do require a little bit of processing if you want to get something that is, you know, presentable and you want to put on your page. But realistically, if you go and check out our page on Facebook, this is pretty much what we're posting, what you see right here, and we're getting images pretty quickly. Let's do a quick snap of this. All right, but that looks amazing. There's quite a bit of detail in the center here. Not sure if we zoom in too much more. Yep, it's going to let us. Boy, there is a lot of detail around that core. All right, let's do a range. I'm not sure how much blacker we can get it, but it's going to let us do it here. All right. Denoise. Now, a lot of times when you're taking these pictures, there's such a thing. Unfortunately, to do live astronomy or with a camera, not only do you have to know astronomy, which I know very little, you have to know photography and what all these controls do and what all these slang terms are, in which I know less of photography than I do of astronomy, if you can even believe that. So luckily, the Malencamp Sky makes everything pretty easy for the average person to use. So, and another note, the camera that we're using, which is the DS10C, and it's a cooled model, so it's got a pleater in it like your computer, and it cools itself. It is the same camera that they use at the Lau Observatory for their outreach here in Arizona. Okay, Johnny, thanks for stopping out. Thanks for the like, and hopefully we'll catch you on the next stream. All right, let's do a quick, let's see here. One more denoise on it, and then we're going to do just a curve here. You can't see all this because I've only captured the window, but you can't see the controls here. I may have to change that so you can kind of get a feel for how we're doing this. All right. I'll brighten that up, bring that back down a little bit. All right, not too much. You can also change colors on these. You can change the RGB channels, and you can play with those. Here. So if you want to put a little blue in it, this is how you get those process images. You see blue galaxies. So now we have a little bit of blue around there, and there it is. Check it out. That is an amazing picture for just a few minutes worth of time. That is the Black Eye Galaxy. Let's change our thing here, our universe location. Wow, that's pretty amazing. We have a lot. We have a lot of detail through here. I'm hoping you can see that. It's easy to be, you know, my face is right up against the monitor. But that is amazing. Thanks, Dean. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm hoping it catches on too. There's not a whole lot of live astronomy things going on. And sometimes when they are, they tend to be a little stiff. I'm a little monotone, but I'm not trying to be stiff. Yeah, that looks amazing. That is an amazing picture. That's some good stuff. All right. Well, there it is, everybody. Check it out, the Black Eye Galaxy. What's a little bit of information about this? You can always just, it's easy to search like a nasa.gov. I usually have that pulled up. So don't look at the Hubble's pictures, but they are quite a bit better than mine. All right, let's see here. So a little background on this. NGC 4826, the Black Eye Galaxy. It is a spiral galaxy. Let's see here. Oh, it's not that far away. If you were like on the Enterprise, it's only 17 million light years away. That's not too bad. Oh, then NASA's saying it's referred to as the Evil Eye Galaxy. Pretty good stuff. Wow, pretty amazing. All right. Well, let's see if we can do, it's getting pretty late, but this is definitely a night owl sport, and I am not a night owl. I used to be, but I'm not anymore. Yeah, warp drive. Okay, so let's stop our stack here. And we'll bring our histogram back down. That was a nice histogram on there. Let's see, we'll stop here and we'll go back to video mode. So there it is in video mode. So if you were to have a telescope and you were to sort of look out through an eyepiece with your naked eye, this is kind of what you might see without the camera. So depending on how big your telescope is and the eyepiece that you have in there. Sometimes, remember, if you want to get into astronomy and use a telescope, sometimes the bigger the lens, the more problems it creates, because everything you look through the atmosphere gets magnified as well as what you're looking at. All right, let's go back to our sky chart. And then I'm going to pull up tonightsky.com. Let's see here. Oh, let's do this one more here. Let's see here. This might be a good one to do. This is NGC 5055. This is the Sunflower Galaxy. Right, let's put this right up in here. All right, I'm doing copy and pasting tonight because yesterday I put in the wrong numbers and wondered why I couldn't see it into the scope. All right, let's see. There it is. It's pretty high. All right. Let's hit our Clyde cam and we're going to tell our telescope, let's go to the Sunflower Galaxy. Oh, wasn't too far off from the Black Eye Galaxy. Let's see. Oh, there it is. I see it. Right down here. All right, let's try and pull this up into the center a little bit. We can put our crosshair in here and back out a little bit here. See here. As usual, with my marginal astronomy skills, I'm going to click the wrong button. Here, oh. Wow, look at that. 2 lucky guesses in a row. I'm definitely going to play the lottery. All right, looks like we're pretty stable there. You know, I'd like to say some of these, we have a Los Mandy G11 mount. It is pretty amazing with their go-to system and the engineering that goes behind some of these things. Realistically, I mean, this thing is tracking through the night sky with pinpoint precision, and we're able to take a picture long exposures without any star elongation. It's just amazing how this thing works. All right, so I definitely already know with the Sunflower Galaxy that we're not going to be able to do a video mode. So let's get right into our trigger mode and let's take a single picture. Let's see, let's just do the 10 seconds. Yeah, it's pretty amazing to watch that telescope spin around like that. It's pretty good stuff. Oh, there it is. It's coming alive. Definitely looks like we got a little haze in the air there. Yeah, that's definitely from the fire. All right, let's see if we can zoom in here a little bit. Yeah, I think that might be the ticket. I think we might just leave it right here, and we're gonna, oh, might need another white balance adjustment right here. We're out just a little bit on our histogram. Let's put our 10-second loop going, and then we're going to hit this white balance button. Oh yeah, there we go. Cleaned up that histogram right away. All the colors are stacked right on top of each other. All right, let's close that. All right, we got pretty high in the histogram up in here. So let's darken up this sky. So when you move that histogram slider, that's filtering out anything below what you're seeing. Wow. Oh, look down here. If you can see that right above the telescope thing there is another galaxy right there. It's amazing when you get some of these galaxies in here, and you're looking at one object and another object appears on the side of your screen. You're like, oh my gosh, there's another galaxy. All right. Let's start a stack. Let's see if we can't clean this up. And we're going to fix our universe location. And this is... Here, this... NGC 5055. This is the Sunflower Galaxy. All right, let's see if that stack is going to clean up. Boy, we've definitely got some weird black spots in this screen, don't we? Wonder what that's from. Boy, that's cleaning up really nice. See, where are we at on our output? We're on frame number 6 already. All right. Boy, that looks pretty good. That's pretty amazing. Let's try and zoom in here, or try and get about 100% on this. Wow, there's quite a bit of detail in there. Not sure what all these little black spots are, if it's from the smoke, or it's probably definitely some... I know I'm looking up like a crazy person here, but I think it might be getting just a little overcast. All right, let's see if we can't clean this up. Yeah, we're definitely getting some overcast here. Let's take a snap while we got a chance. All right. Oh, there's a galaxy. Yeah, I know. We're trying to make it as big as I can without it being overbearing. We can still see that at 150%. That's pretty good. And that's even through all this. We're getting some smoke and cloud cover here, but we're going to try and clean this up for this last image as we can. Let's do a quick range on it. Blacken up the sky some more. All right. Do a quick denoise, and then of course just right into our curve. All right, let's see here. If we get out at 100%, it might be a little bit better. But there it is. Maybe we'll have to trick tomorrow night. We'll come out before we do some nebulas. We'll come out and we'll do the Leo triplet, and then we'll do the Sunflower Galaxy again within the next couple days. See if we can get a little clearer shot at that, because this is really a great galaxy. I think we have a pretty good picture of it on our Facebook. So, all right. Well, let's see here. Let's stop our stack. That picture's not going to be the best. Unfortunately, we are at the mercy of Mother Nature sometimes here. All right. We're going to stop our... All right. All right, there it is. That's what it would look like if you were looking through a telescope. Well, I think it's getting pretty late here. It's 11:30. hopefully we can get all the bugs wrinkled out in our connections. Our camera seems to be working right now. We're going to try and be back tomorrow night, and we're going to try and be back at around 9:30. Equipment and skies are going to be the factor. So, well, I appreciate everybody coming out, and I look forward to seeing you all within the next day or two. Hopefully tomorrow. Oh, 2:30. Yeah, you are ready for bed. Well, thanks for coming out, Dean, and we'll talk to everybody later. Remember our Facebook page and YouTube and Twitch. Check us all out and get out there and follow all those sites to get the best mediocre astronomy in the business. All right, everybody. Good night.